Hello, everyone. My name is Emily with the Rising Stars Football Academy, and welcome back to another installment of hashtag Feature Friday, a segment dedicated to featuring different student athletes and their experiences with our camps and combines. Now, today we are joined by another one of our camp coaches, Terrill Barnes. Coach Barnes started his collegiate career at Lackawanna Community College, where he finished with 800 yards receiving and 14 touchdowns. He then went on to play at IUP, where he was a standout football player and had over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns receiving his senior year. And he was also selected as a PSAC first team all conference selection. And upon graduating from IUP in 2012, Coach Barnes was selected to participate in the Washington football team rookie minicamp. After his time in Washington, he signed with the Tri-City Fever Arena football team in Washington State. He's been a great coach at our camps, and we appreciate him taking the time to speak with us. So thanks for joining us, Terrill. How's it going?
It's going well. Thanks for having me.
So like I said, you've actually attended 2 colleges to play football, but can you kind of take me back to the beginning and talk about your recruitment process and what other schools were you recruited by when you were playing football in high school?
Well, I come from the Gettysburg area, and it's not that big of a recruiting hotspot when I was there, but it was just always tough. It was always a grind, even though I was, at the top of the list, in receiving junior, senior year. Recruiting, I don't know if it was just the area, if it was the coaches or what have you. It was just tough. And so I had a couple small D1 schools, a lot of PSAC schools. Politics play a lot into it. Mainly I was looking at Michigan State and just kind of got, just washed somehow, and ended up thinking that I wasn't going to go to college. That's how I ended up at Lackawanna Junior College.
So how was that experience for you playing at Lackawanna to start out?
When they say dog eat dog, that's exactly what it is. You go there, the best players play. There's no days off. And when they talk about next man up, it's next man up. And you just have to, once again, outperform everybody, even though you're a team. You have to really outperform and shine.
So eventually you actually moved on to play at IUP. So can you talk a little bit about the challenges and the differences going from a junior college to playing at IUP?
The major difference was just, I guess you could say, the lifestyle. You go from a junior college, which had about 2,000 students, and then you go to a big powerhouse Division II school. You're looking at about 16, 17,000 students. I mean, not saying Lackawanna was a powerhouse in junior college, but the media kicks in a little bit more, and then it's always talking about if somebody has potential for next level. And it's the same, the best players play, coaches are trying to win, and you're trying to be the best player you can be and help your team win.
And why did you eventually decide to play at IUP? Why not pick another school?
It boiled down between IUP and Grand Valley State, which is up in Michigan. And it was all because of just for my family and friends to be able to come still watch me play as long as we waited. I just wanted to give my family the opportunity to come out and watch, and my friends to come up and watch me play. And them getting to Michigan was slim to none. So I chose IUP.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your academic schedule and kind of going through your daily schedule of not only going to classes, but practice, film, study hall? Like, how was that, whole experience playing at the collegiate level, but still having all of these priorities?
Just like football, school is a daily grind. Mainly as an athlete, you have morning classes. So when you get those 8 a.m.s, just know that's because you don't have an evening to supplement that. Pretty much get up. You're usually done class by noon. You got a little bit of downtime. Meetings started at 2:30, 2:15, 2:20, football time. You watch film first. You watch the film from the day before, and then you watch film on the team that you're going against, your opponent of that week. And then you go out and practice. And then after practice, you have your downtime. So you go eat, do some schoolwork, and then it's on repeat all week.
You wouldn't take it back for anything though, right?
No, absolutely not.
Now, I know it's been a few years since you graduated, but a lot of us who have played sports probably remember your best games that you played or a special play that you made. So can you talk a little bit about that if you can remember anything that really, still sticks out in your mind today?
It would be the championship, the PSAC championship. And it's just something that goes along with camp. It was against Shippensburg, and that's where Coach Ron went, Coach Tone went. We've become very good friends over the years, but that's one that I could hold above them. So I have a ring on Shippensburg, even though I didn't play against Coach Ron and Coach Tone. That game, I had 3 touchdowns, like 150 yards, and it was packed there, and it was a big game, and it was fun.
And I bet, holding that over Coach Ron is probably just icing on the cake, even after all these years.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, you had a really great, successful collegiate career, but you actually had the opportunity to play in the NFL. So tell us what it was like knowing that you actually had a shot to go on and play at a professional level.
The best way I can put it, I'll never downplay anybody. Always chase that dream. If you got the opportunity, take it. But it really goes from being young for midget football, just being fun, being with your friends. Then you go to college, you build relationships that you'll have for the rest of your life, and it's just being fun. And as a top tier athlete, during the summer, I knew I had to grind and work hard and be the best that I could be, but I knew my spot was there. That's the difference when you get to the NFL and the next level. It's just always, you just never know when your last day is going to be, but the opportunity is I thank God for, and it was fun. But it went from the game being really fun to fun and a lot of stress.
Can you talk a little bit about the day when you got the call from Washington and saying, we want you to come into our mini camp?
I was actually doing a favor for my mom. I was dropping somebody off for her, driving from Gettysburg to York. I was coming on 30 by LA Fitness, and my agent called me. He was like, "Hey, we got some offers." He said the Redskins called and Miami called. And he said, "Who do you want me to call back?" And I said, "I want to stay home." So I chose Washington. And I also had my friend Dan with me. I started beating on his chest. I was super excited. I'm emotional. If you get that call, you'll never forget it.
And can you tell us a little bit about your experience specifically in the mini camp and playing against that level of competition and all those professionals?
Every level you get to is just faster. And you'll hear that anybody that plays different tiers of football, everybody's super fast. Everybody is just in top tier shape. Players that ate football all day, and that's all we had to worry about. It was kind of like when we were playing in the playoffs for IUP. We didn't have to worry about school. It was Thanksgiving break, but we couldn't come home. That's the thing. It was nice to focus on life was ball, and that's all you had to worry about was your playbook, which was huge.
And after your time there, you also played for the Tri-City Fever Arena football team. So how was
Yes.
that experience? And what's like the biggest difference between that and your time in the NFL?
Once again, just speed in a different way because you go from having so much yard to a 50, 60 yard field. It's literally so much faster. Everything is so much like just quicker because you don't have as much room. So there's never really any time to think, and you just got to react, and you just got to be on point out there because it's very fast.
Is there one that you prefer?
I love to be outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been coaching with us for a couple years now. So how did you actually get involved with the Rising Stars Football Academy?
Actually, it was through me and Ron's agent. When Ron was spending his time with the Eagles, his agent was Kevin Gold. Ron was running his camp. I think he was probably a good 4 years or so in, and we have our pro day on Wednesdays at our big camp. He had reached out to me asking if I would come back and talk to the kids, and we always run camp or try to run camp during the week where there's in the league you get 1 week of downtime right before preseason. And that was the week we're home. So he reached out to me, asked if I would come back and talk to the kids. And we like to find local players somewhat close to home. So the kids maybe have heard of the player or something. That Ron reached out to me, and I said, absolutely. Since then, I haven't stopped.
And why do you enjoy coaching so much and, being able to share your experience with the football players at our camps?
I just love giving back. And with the knowledge I have, be kind of selfish to not want to, give my knowledge to these kids. Growing up, I didn't have that many opportunities or camps to go to. And the way Ron runs it is great. I mean, we focus on football. We also have our academic portion of it. That's something that obviously our kids, and I wish back in the day I had it, That just motivates me more just to give back and be able to teach what I didn't know at their age.
And do you have a favorite memory from camp? I know it's, been a while. We didn't have it last year, but is there anyone that sticks out?
I know you only said a few years, but I think this would be my 8th year. So I thank you for that. But I think some of the drills, I mean, just seeing the kids is super excited. I mean, every day. And, always that second day, they come out very sore. You see them push through and just watching them grow. You had Randy on here a little while back. I had Randy for probably a good 5 years, and seeing him from day one to now is just, it's a blessing to watch. And that would be my best part, just watching the kids grow in their development.
And we like to kind of end these on an inspirational note or, having some piece of advice. So, what is one of the messages that you share with all of our campers?
Academics first. We talked about me going to junior college and then being able to get another scholarship to go play Division II. But what I share is academics is number one, because if my academics were better, I probably would have been at a Division I school. Just focus on school, and football take care of itself.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today. And, I think a lot of our student athletes are going to get some really good information out of this video. So, we're excited and we're looking forward to getting back to our camps and our combines. And thank you again for your time.
Yeah, thank you.